Welcome back to episode 5 in our series on Irish whiskey. We're here with Blue in Nuala Bar, and we're going to be talking about Midleton. We've talked about the method and the madness, some crazy things out of Midleton. This is their more traditional whiskey.
Yes, you can see it even in the packaging. Like, this is what they're more known for, the expressions that people can refer to. Things are very Midleton. So if you talk about something that's very Midleton, I think the Barry Crockett legacy is a great place to start. Barry Crockett was their master distiller, who was born pretty much in the distillery because his father was himself the master distiller.
He's born at the distillery. I mean, that's literally, the distillery is in his blood.
Yeah, quite literally. He is Midleton because his father also worked at the distillery, and then he spent, I think, 50 years working for Midleton, which is a proper legacy. Like, he's seen the distillery going through, like, starting where Irish whiskey was at it very low, and then launching so many cool products, and starting to really, really pick up. And he's pretty much left as the Irish whiskey revival was announced, you know, and saying, yeah, it's going to kick off soon.
He's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. I've done what I need to do. I can go. No, he's a fascinating person. I'd like to meet him. Anyway, that can get cut off.
You leave it in, maybe he'll come.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, by the way, if you're hanging around Old Street, you know,
let him know.
Cool.
Pop down to Nuala Bar. He can have some of his whiskey.
Yeah, fair enough. Shots on us. So when you think of Midleton, you also think a lot of bourbon influence, like ex-bourbon barrels. So that's why the Method and Madness range is proper funky for them, because most of the added liquid is exclusively aged in ex-bourbon barrels. Then you have the Midleton Very Rare, which means Irish oak. Irish oak is not used in whiskey maturation because they have no sustainable resources of oak. They got stripped out of their oak back from the British Empire again, who was using it for navy and for building the floor of the Parliament. They have
their priorities completely wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why build ships when you can actually whiskey? Exactly. So Midleton had to partner with a forest. So this one is the Grinsell wood. And they're really working on terroir there. They're trying to see, nobody uses Irish oak, so when they took those 9 trees, they didn't really know what to expect from them. So they took 9 trees, which you're not allowed to chop them down, which means I've had to wait patiently for the trees to actually fall down to then collect the trees. They're all numbered by the tree number and the barrel number. They also realize things like the bottom of the tree is less porous than the top of the tree, so you will have different flavors coming from different barrels depending on what type
section of the tree.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a proper collector's item. And that's one of the stories that I like to buy into. Like, we know that most of whiskey, there's a lot of marketing behind it, especially when you arrive at that price range, which I think they go for around £300, I think. Between 200, 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, no, 200, 300. That's a lot of money for a whiskey.
Yeah, it's a decent amount, but I think it's quite a cool one to buy into because it's genuinely something new.
Well, and it is 57.9%, so it still is a craft whiskey. You're not getting something that's mass market.
No, it is very limited edition. They also released recently a Bluebell Forest edition, so they're working with different forests in Ireland. So it's quite interesting. We talked earlier about Glendalough, and they are also currently working to get Irish oak. I saw that on their website the other day, and it's quite exciting. I'm hoping for them to launch a cheaper version in a way of the Midleton Very Rare range, because the Midleton Very Rare is so difficult to get your hands on. We've been trying to get our hands on the Bluebell Forest edition. So far we haven't been successful. So yeah.
If you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for watching. Leave your comments about Midleton down below, and watch the next in our series on Irish whiskey, which will be about Redbreast.